Hello, young or old here, and welcome to my channel. Now today I sort of want to carry on with some of my favourite touring places here in the UK. I've chosen ones which are easy to do and not too many miles. So stay tuned and watch the intro. Now the Isle of Wight, been there quite a few times over the last years, and it's actually a great place to tour, as you're not a mile munching when you're on the island. It's only 150 square miles in size, and it has a population of under 141,000. There are a few crossing points, but our preferred crossing is Southampton to Cowes, taking around an hour or so. Now, some crossings are a little bit quicker, but who's in a rush? We just like to get on top deck, get a coffee, sit out, have a brew, a ciggy, and enjoy it. There's some good places to visit all around the coastline of the Isle of Wight and inland as well, and only short miles in between them all. The island's main thing is really tourism. So there's absolutely plenty of places to stay on the island, from B&Bs to hotels and static caravan parks, which is our usual preference here. We usually stay at the one at Thorness Bay near Cowes. They do appear to have gone up in price for 2024, but we have booked some special offers in the past and saved quite a lot of money. Last year in 2023 we had a free upgrade to a lodge, and that was sheer luxury. The site is quiet, but we never sort of stay anywhere near the clubhouse, as people do tend to be a bit noisier when leaving the bar and being well lubed up. We don't go into the club for entertainment. A few of us might pop down a couple of times, but I have no faults to say about the site. But to me, the location is a little bit out of the way. Now this has some benefits, but I like to be close to somewhere where you can have an evening meal, walk into a pub and have a drink. It's a Monday morning and we're all off to a place called Godshill. I don't really do beaches or amusement, so I tend to visit places that are pleasing on the eye or have something of interest. Now Godshill is a very pretty place. There's a model village there and some lovely thatched properties, and plenty of places to sit out and have a lunch, a coffee and some cake. Alum Bay and the Needles. Now when you get there, there's a small little fun fair for the kids, but just ignore that and take the chairlift down to the beach and see all the multicoloured sands. You get a choice of boat trips here out to the Needles. Get a chairlift back to the top and get a souvenir from one of the shops, and all's good to go. Now Ryde is a bit of a larger place. It has a beach area and a fair amount of shops, which is great if you like walking up the steep roads. We only tend to go there if we're going to take the hovercraft back to Portsmouth and spend a day looking around there. I was only in my early 20s when I first came down to the island, so it was many years ago. Stayed just outside Shanklin, and we're just coming up to the pub on the right, the Crab, and I suppose that became our local for the week's holiday. Lovely thatched building. I bet it hasn't changed much since then. Shanklin is one of the most popular holiday resorts on the island, and just get busy during the holiday season. There's a good large beach with plenty of amuse your children. The town has plenty of independent shops. There's a variety of places to eat and drink, with some lovely thatched cottages, pubs and hotels. Shanklin has a gorge down the cliff with a river flowing through it. It's known locally as a chine. It's best to visit in the evening so you can appreciate all the lighting, etc. Shanklin Chine is probably one of the most popular tourist attractions. Right, so we've just left Godshill after a walk round and a couple of coffees and some nice cake, and now we're making our way to Ventnor. Ventnor is okay for a visit. There's a few shops at the top of the steep hill. Walk down this hill to the beach. It feels like it's even steeper coming back. On the seafront there is some parking. Some of us tend to ride down to that. It's okay, but to ride back up, as long as your engine's got a bit of grunt and you've got some good clutch control. Right, we're leaving Ventnor now. And this is going to be the challenging bit, going up this hill. It's really tight and very steep. I just hope nothing's coming the other way. Oh, that's showing them how to do it. One of the main tourist attractions on the island is a place called Osborne House. Now this was the home of Queen Victoria and Prince Albert. They used to spend all their holidays down there. But it really is something to see. It's a magnificent building. Newport is a larger town, but it's smack in the centre of the island. It's your typical sort of town, all sorts of shops and the usual eateries. It's not really a tourist area, but it's okay for shopping. Now Cowes is a nice place. The place is all about sailing boats. A few good shops and plenty of cafes, but try and avoid the Cowes week, which is a very large regatta. So crossings will be harder to book and somewhere to stay, as it usually gets very busy and very crowded. The price usually tends to go up a lot as well during this week. There are many other nice places to visit. Just look at a map and plan where you want to go. It's easy to be able to visit 2 or 3 places every day, as there's only short journeys between them, so it's ideal for those who aren't mile munchers. Now, no visit to the island would be complete without having a ride down the military road. This is a good biker's road that just runs across the top of the cliffs, offering some great pillion views out to sea. I say pillion because the rider will probably need to keep focused on the road. Wow, look at that. So for a cheapish ferry crossing, it's actually a good place to tour. It's easily done, just by staying at one place and visiting others for trips out. I find it's not worth packing and unpacking every day, staying somewhere different. The island just isn't really big enough to justify that. If you've not been there, then it's really worth a go. I'm sure with a good bit of weather, you will have a great time. There's a bit of everything to see, from some very quiet, quaint places, some good roads, some good scenery, and a few small towns. So what's not to enjoy? So I hope you've enjoyed this recap on my touring visits to the Isle of Wight over the few years, and if you like them, please do the ticks to like and subscribe, and as always, take care, ride safe, and bye for now.